Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. That's right guys, and you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. If you guys saw my last video, you saw my true face. Will I reveal it again? Maybe, maybe not. If you want to see what I really look like, you can check out my latest comic book haul video. See Spider Slayer's true form. But until then, you're going to see the review of The Walking Dead, issue number 109. So guys, what I think about Walking Dead issue 109? Well, I can say for the first time in a long time that I can't remember in the issue of The Walking Dead that there was no zombies, there was no killing, there was no weapons drawn, there was no action whatsoever. This was the first issue that I can remember that there was nothing but pure story. I can't remember. It's been such a long time. But man, it's going to build into something big. Let me just tell you, something huge is going to happen very, very soon. Obviously, our creator of the book or writer of the book is the one and only Robert Kirkman. Charlie Adlard does the art, and Chris Rathburn does the Cliff Rathburn does the gray tones in the actual book. The cover is a pretty simplistic cover, just Maggie and Sophia kind of mourning Glenn's death in front of the gravesite. And if you remember, they're at the hilltop now because that's what Glenn would have wanted. So that's what happens. So basically, in our last issue, we got to see Dwight, who was one of Negan's people, betray Negan and go with Rick and Ezekiel and make this deal that they're going to team up all together and take out Negan. Okay, so in this issue, there's really not much that happens except that we see the plan being put in place, that it goes in motion. But in the opening pages of this book, we see that Maggie is mourning Glenn, and we actually meet this girl for the first time, and her name is Brianna, and she talks to Maggie about death and how it's not really a big deal because so many people have died, but yet everyone feels your loss because they know that look on your face because they've all experienced it. So that's basically how the book opens up. Nothing dramatic in this issue this month, guys. Just little progression about how Maggie's going, how Sophia's doing, and that plan to take on Negan. I forgot that actually Maggie was pregnant with everything that was going on in the particular series. But she is pregnant. She's getting herself checked out by the doctor, and everything is going fine. So Gregory is just like some perv, walks in there and is looking at Maggie, whatever, and he vouches for the doctor, saying that, oh, he's a great doctor and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So later on in the issue, we see Jesus. He makes this appearance. And Maggie's like, whoa, what are you doing here? And he tells her the whole plan that's in place and that he has to, that she has to report anything to this guy, Cal, who's the guard at the front of the hilltop. And she's like, okay. And he tells the whole spiel that me, Rick, Ezekiel, we have a plan to take out, the saviors. And she's like, all right. So as the issue goes on, Jesus talks to Cal, says the same thing. He's like, yeah, we got enough people to take on. And he's like, dude, are you crazy? He's like, what the hell? He's like, what? You're never gonna come out alive of that, Jesus. He's like, dude, this is gonna work. He's like, I need you to get me a list of guys. I don't want to leave us too unprotected here, but he's like, all that you can spare. He's like, one of his guys, really. Because Jesus said that, one of his lieutenants is the one that's the traitor. So next thing you see is same thing. You got Andrea being told from Rick about the plan that's in place, and she's like, finally. And Rick makes it a big thing that Carl is no longer on the sidelines, that he wants Carl with him by his side at all times, father son. And he's like, cool. Carl's like, all right, that's cool. Michonne is being told the plan. Everything, every major player in The Walking Dead is actually being told of the plan and what's going to happen and what, is in place. They really want food to be gathered up so Negan can definitely come, and they're ready for him. The one thing, and I said this in the last issue too, is that Spencer here is kind of rebelling against Rick, and he makes it a thing saying that my father left you in charge, but it wasn't supposed to be this permanent thing. So Spencer has something against Rick, and he's going to have a plan to probably try to take out Rick as well. So really, this is about the entire issue. That's all that's really happening is the plan is in place to take on Negan. But there's one mistake that happens, and the plan is just about to get foiled. And spoiler right here, so if you guys don't want to see that last page, just fast forward. Okay. So just as Ezekiel is talking to this weapons maker, this guy right here, Jesus talks to Maggie. He says, I got to talk to Cal one last time. And he's like, I'm on my way. And the last page, he goes, well, that's strange because, Cal's not here. And Jesus is like, well, where'd he go, And he goes, he left a while ago. Said he was going to go on a perimeter check. Sure, he'll be back before dark. And Jesus goes, how could I be so stupid? And what happens is basically Cal is a traitor, and he's going to tell on Negan, and the whole plan is going to be screwed. And you know who's going to keep on knocking, and that is Negan. So, big things ahead for The Walking Dead. It's going to be crazy. I just have that crazy-ass feeling that Negan is going to be pissed off, and there's going to be an attack coming along. But nevertheless, though, nothing happened in this issue besides the plan being put in place. Lots of dialogue, no action, no zombies, no Negan, no humor, nothing. So, as much as I like the issue about the story of what's going to happen in the future, it was just an average issue. So I'm going to give this one a particular 3.5 out of 5. Wasn't anything exciting. It was just the storyteller. And obviously, it's going to happen from time to time for progression purposes. But I feel that, whenever there's a calm in The Walking Dead, it gets really crazy in the next few issues to come. So be prepared. And guys, tell me what you thought of your thoughts of this issue of The Walking Dead. And that's all I have for you this issue. Pretty boring issue for the most part. But again, I'm sure it will pick up. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you soon.